I'm not the girl that I used to be. Sometimes I'm more than words. I'm beyond what I once was. I don't believe in love it. Hey, hey. If I want something, I got it. Hey, hey. Oh, baby, I don't need love me. Hey, hey. Cause I love I cannot buy it. Wasn't real with you, boy. Real, wasn't real with you, boy. You won't give me too much chances. I don't care if I am fancy brighter. Yeah, 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 oh boy, I'm telling you goodbye, I'm telling you goodbye, yeah, yeah, oh boy, I'm telling you goodbye, I'm telling you goodbye. Duck, duck, go. Found a pussy in a dollar bin.
They haven't set up their positions well, allowing cats. Oh my god! Good evening, everyone. We are back with the Proof of Skill. No, it's not Proof of Skill. It's Professionals Tournament. I'm following Group 2 bracket first round games. Still not the complete slideshow, but hopefully it will be complete by tomorrow. Still, think there is a lot of time used to set up the betting bot, but you will see what Thomas Peterson is going to predict tonight. So for those of you who have no idea what is going on, and if you're watching this for the first time, you're watching the Professionals Tournament. So this is the format. We are currently in the group stage series, best of 5 series. It is final stage. The first rounds are going to be in best of 5. Best of 7 will be played in the bracket finals, and best of 9 for the grand finals. The format is a double elimination knockout stage for both stages, so 2 double elimination stages right here. The bracket is seeded according to the Cup's leaderboard ranking. For the Group 1, it will be the 1st versus 8th, 2nd versus 7th, Group 2, 3rd versus 6th, 4th versus 5th. Group stage grand final decides the placing of the 1st and 2nd teams, 2nd ranked teams. Final stage upper bracket first round seeding, it will be the 1st of Group 1 versus 2nd of Group 2, and then 1st of Group 2 versus 2nd of Group 1. Monetary prizes is as monetary prize. We will be giving monetary prizes for top 4 teams instead of top 8. First placing team will get $3,500 US, second place $2,100 US, third place $700 US, fourth place $400 US. Tonight, as usual, on the Asia server we had Fort Despair, Canal, and finally Faust. I believe it's yeah, it's right. The lower bracket first round we have Port Bay Rockfield followed by New Bay. It is. Tonight you'll be seeing group stage first round, and then it will be the group stage finals tomorrow. 21st we will begin with the final stage first round, and 22nd final stage bracket finals. The grand finals will be held on the 23rd of May. And here we are. This is the bracket for the Professionals Tournament group stage. Endgame vs APA will be streamed by Every. Serenity vs Red Sea will be streamed by Fujit. BPS vs A1MO will be streamed by Amanet, and she will be joining me to do a co-commentary later on in the lower bracket first round, and I'll be following LOCA vs BPS. It is. For those of you who are watching this stream, we're going to do a giveaway. So listen carefully on the instructions right now. You'll be guessing the damage put out by one team, and I'll announce which team you have to predict their total damage put out by the team altogether. The closest, the 5 closest people who guessed the damage numbers will get the battle pass, and begin guessing when I say start, or type start in the chat, and then do not guess anymore when I type end. Make sure you put in your username, in-game name, and also your server region. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the pinned message should be clear, or also the description below. So, because we are following LOCA versus BPS, so hopefully we'll get some hype for both teams. We'll give a 5 better passes first. So begin guessing. I think I will allocate you to guess for the first battle. The first battle you're going to be watching. How much damage is LOCA going to do altogether in the first battle? You may begin guessing now. Okay, so I think the room should be up. Alright, I think I will I will say end when we are into the game so that you won't get your calculators and start calculating. Yes, because that's cheating, you know. We are now on Fort Despair, as I said on the stream. This is a map. This is a map that is going to be very heavy oriented. So remember, enter the number of damage, not telling me how well they're going to do. So once again, Fort Despair is quite a heavy oriented map because of the flat terrain and the size. It's quite small. I think there is a big chunk of area which is out of bounds in the southeastern corner, and we never know. We will see Foxtastic in the Kramwagen alongside Yasio-tastic in the well, let's continue to talk. North, B and C, both of these caps will be of a lot of importance at the start of the game. So if the team gets hold of that cap, of any cap, B or C, at the very start, that will give the team a cap lead, and the team then will start defending. The other team will need to make a rotation though, usually either through B or C. Sometimes we see it from A, particularly from the north side, but the problem is you have to go out in the open, so you might get spotted while rotating, especially when you're rotating from the south side. That is, I think, in some ways easier to do, to get spotted in my opinion. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to rotate. I think this map, if you want to rotate, you have to be really decisive. You can't be really hesitant. So you have to. You can't stop while rotating unless there are too many tanks there. Then you have to rotate from the other side to surprise the enemies. You cannot kind of rotate from one side. You have to rotate from two sides pretty much. I mean the same for every single map when you do rotation. Good. At least someone is guessing the damage. So I'll be announcing. I'll announce the. I will say end very soon. We're seeing LOCA, triple Ice Force by Anya, the Phoenix, Subway from North, double Kramwagens by Yasio-tastic and Foxtastic, Unif bin Josh in the Mouse, Uter 215B. BPS going to be Foxy, T175 alongside General, Elysium, Kramwagen alongside RG, UE10, IS4 alongside Cora, E-Hall in the Mouse. Okay, when I say end, then you cannot guess anymore. I hope some moderators are there to see. We got some guesses coming in. Remember, it's low. I mean, I'm going to say end very soon, so good luck all. And stop guessing. I hope some board races are on to this. Well, basically, I have to see we'll go right. So, already, I'll say once again, stop guessing, okay? If you guess now, then your guess will not be counted, okay? So, LOCA on the north side, going mostly to A and B. BPS, blue team south side, going mostly to also A. I think this is going to descend into a brawl very quickly. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. It does look like to be a very quick game, probably. Well, they're going to approach it. They're going to hold very closely. We will see what is going to happen. We are seeing RG getting shot at, but also Unif Josh there. The corner is going to be contested by triple ice force from LOCA and 4 tanks by BPS, meaning near B there is a numerical advantage for LOCA potentially, but there is 1 tank behind, which is Utair, sniping that bush, trying to reset A, but Unif Josh already took a big hit. BPS is starting well actually in trading, and they are already leading by more than 1,000 hit points. I have to double check. Wait, it's a LOCA. I think I announced LOCA, so. B is going to be captured by E-Hall Potence. And would that be reset by LOCA? But Elysium is there to shut down Unif Josh. So Yoka. LOCA is unable to reset B, and that gives BPS the cap lead, and LOCA dropping a lot of hit points already. This is not good news for LOCA. They do not have caps, they do not have hit points, they're dropping even more hit points, they are in trouble. If BPS keeps up this momentum here, I think it's going to be a comfortable win for BPS, and they are now pushing the lineup, potentially applying pressure to those triple ice balls here, and I think some action's going on. Foxy's put a good shot into Phoenix. I think the focus is on the triple ice ball now. Phoenix now down to a 1-shot. E10's coming in, and I think someone from North is going to be killed very soon. The Phoenix killed by Elysium, great kill there. Someone from North killed by General. Anya is going to be very low on the other side. LOCA is trying to get E-Hall Potent, and it's now going to be 4 versus 6 here. 4 versus 6. It is. Anya now down. Hit points are in favor of VPS, but LOCA hasn't dropped too much of hit points. Oh, Foxy's now dead. That is an important kill now. Right now, 2,000 hit points of advantage for BPS. LOCA is trying their best to, you know, narrow the gap. But that's just the right verb. I always forget the verb for that. But with RG now there, Elysium's on the clip reload. General dropping the reactive armor, but he needs Foxtastic out. Great job right here. Foxtastic's now killed. General is going to turn his turret over to Utair. And Utair drops the reactive armor, but I think it's a little bit too late, and the fire didn't help at all. With Yasiotastic looking worse for wear, and he's now the last man standing. BPS, great job chipping away hit points of LOCA. That is the main reason why BPS won this first game. Well done to you guys, and LOCA have to refigure out the positions they are taking there. And they only did around 12,869, so stop. So already before the match, guessing has stopped, so you can't guess anymore. I'm getting ping on other side, so Right. Before I continue, let me just double check. And let me find you guys. BPS so far leading LOCA 1-0. Great start for BPS. For LOCA, not the best start, I would say. They seem they need a little bit more warming up, I must say. And okay, so while we kind of wait, I'm going to show you what Thomas Peters is going to guess tonight. For the first round games, Endgame is predicted to win 3-1 against APA, Serenity 3-1 Retty, BPS 3-2 against A1M1, and LOCA predicted to lose against BPS 2-3. Is Thomas Peterson getting this one right? We will find out soon. On the other hand, Challengers Tournament, 3-0 victories for Rackham and Vale. Clean sweep it is. IW losing to Kraken Esports 1-3 raid. Very bold prediction by Thomas Peterson right here, losing to Sparta 2-3. And we are into the battle. Okay, so this time we are seeing LOCA, triple ice force, and double Kramwagen, a mouse, and a T175. On the other hand, BPS, RG the 215B, UE10, Icewall alongside Haken and Foxy, Elysium, double Kramwagen alongside Cora, General in the T125. Elysium is spotted, he spotted up Uter, can he spot up Foxtastic? He spotted up Foxtastic, so that's brilliant. So far so good for both teams, I would say. The Caps, LOCA is going to get B more quickly than BPS, but BPS have 2 tanks here, but so does LOCA, also 2 tanks into B, so that means LOCA will get a cap lead first, but someone from North getting very aggressive already, took double hit, but Haken, oh dear, Haken is in deep trouble. He's going to be linked up by 3 tanks potentially. I think BPS needs to save Haken right now, because he's going to be no more if LOCA decides to become very aggressive and BPS doing nothing to save Haken. They have to do it now. RG and General needs to come in and support. Haken is trying to hold this position as long as they could, but LOCA, the reinforcements have come. They're trying to shut down Haken as quickly as they could, and even potentially both General and Cora. Look at Univin Josh and Yasio Tastic, the double Kramwagen is looking for General. General is getting clipped very quickly, and General is losing a lot of hit points right here. More than 1,500 hit points lost, and the double Kramwagen unleashed their full clip to kill off General here. That was big. Good focus fire right here, but on the other hand, Foxtastic is down. Someone from North is also down. LOCA, despite killing off General and Haken, is not a sure win for them yet. And BPS, they have a lot more hit points and they are looking very comfortable right now. LOCA is dropping more and more hit points, but the guns are equal, so we don't know what's going to happen next. And LOCA, they have to make sure to make use of the guns they have. But RG is going to go down. It's now 5 versus 4. Will LOCA be able to make a comeback here? But Ute is down as well. Univin Josh and Anya are both very healthy. And Foxy is now the focus for Univin Josh. A great kill, great focus right here. But the Phoenix is also quite low. BPS could potentially lose if they cannot focus fire well. And Cora is looking for Yasio Tastic. BPS is trying their absolute best, but it's now 3 versus 2 with Cora now very low. He's killed by Anya, and it's still very close to call which tank is Elysium going for. It's going to be Anya. Yu-Tang's coming from the left side of Anya, and he's going to put a great shot into Anya, and Elysium is trying to run away, but he's tracked. He's perma-tracked. Unifin is going to put a good 80 shell into Elysium, and that was a great shell right here. And Anya is looking at the wrong target. He had put a shot into Yu-Tang, but Elysium is alive. He can put a shell into Unifin Josh. Great track shot right there. But Unifin Josh killed Elysium Unified Josh is now on the big drum reload here, and UE10 in that ice 4. I think Unified Josh is looking to run around to circle with UE10. His clip potential can be the difference here, but the cap points are still in favor of LOCA. LOCA just need to stay alive and they can win the next one. This is still very tight, and we can follow Unified Josh's perspective right now. UE10 will be feeling the pressure here, and I have no idea how it's going to go, but there are no truck drivers near UE10 and Unified Josh. The truck driver will not be the man of the match, but UE10 is looking for Unified Josh. They're still toying around with 3 minutes left. I think the Caps will take into 1,000 points more quickly than the timer above. And UE10 is trying to pull back, trying to get out of proxy spotting. Let's look at UE10. He's going to put a shot into Unified Josh, but he's drawing ever more distance from Unified Josh. Great shot right here, but UE10 shot Unified Josh, but a great shot into UE10. He's going to high base track once again. UE10 dropping that adrenaline, and now the hit points are now neck and neck. LOCA still leading this, but UE10, I think he's reversing backwards to get B potentially. I think that would be a good call, and I think Unified Josh realizes that this could be he could be in trouble, and if UE10 did that, they got C, that could potentially give BPS the win. I think that was a good call from UE10, but Unified Josh needs to put all his shells, 3 shells in this clip compared to UE10. He can kill UE10 right here, but he misfired, I think. Oh dear, he fired 2 HE shells. But UE10 might be getting into B just in time, and BPS will be winning the second one. Oh my god, UE10, great job right there. Oh, that was the winning move. Cap stopping B. Wow, I think Unified Josh should really have waited his full clip to load and really try to unleash his shells into UE10. Barring low rolls, I think it's a full clip into UE10 killing him off. But now match point is on BPS here. I think UE10 must be the hero for BPS right now. That is easing a lot of pressure and mounting a lot of pressure for LOCA now. And this is still this is going to be BPS one more win, and they will go into the upper bracket final. Well done to BPS. Well done to UE10 especially. I think wow. I'm just flabbergasted. That was brilliant. Right, so here we go. LOCA versus BPS. We are seeing LOCA going with Fox Tastic in the Vickers Light. Quadruple T125's a Gorilla and a Leopard 1. So that means LOCA, no room for error here. They absolutely have to get a cap lead. Because with that lineup they're putting, you can't re-rotate. Because Gorilla is very weak in armor and can be spotted very quickly. So they have to get a cap lead here, because if they get a cap lead, defending would be a lot easier. They have a team with T125's good at soaking up damage. The mediums are there to get the spots up, so no room for error here. And They are now going for both V and C, but C and D. But BPS is doing a counter strat. I'm not sure if they have read what LOCA is doing, and I think they are doing the right thing here. General is going into D. He's going to dive into low. He's going to get Fantastic out of the game. Great shot right here, but can he run away quickly enough? Or he will take another shot. There is a miss right here, but General is going to put another shot. No, it's a miss. Oh, BPS, Fantastic, you're lucky human being right here. But LOCA is also dropping a lot of hit points, trying to get ASC. The Phoenix is now 1,408 damage here. But someone from the great shot into Crown Bargains. Oh, both teams are dropping a lot of hit points at the start. And A will be obtained by Uter. And that means LOCA will get a cap lead though. But C is not close to them. And they don't have B as well, so now they have to defend C. I'm not sure if they have enough. They have the positions to work on that, because you might get shot. You might get into positions which BPS are able to put shots in, so it's going to be hard. DPS can try get C, but LOCA would be absolutely looking to reset C. The hit points are in firm favorite of BPS. It's now more than 2,000 points, 2,000 cap point, 2,000 damage of difference here with BPS. Looking to seal the deal, and it's still really tense. Oh, Timco receives a hit. That object 140. I don't think that's part of the game plan here. I think it's a shot from the Gorilla. That would be a good shot there. But C is going to be obtained by UE10. UE10. I don't think there is anyone there to reset UE10 unless Fantastic's there. Great shot onto UE10. Oh, not a great shot from Onya. Oh, BPS trying to get C, but LOCA have worked their position well to reset that. But UE10 gets hit once again. The hit points are now neck and neck. Great job to LOCA, pulling it back. I think LOCA is angry now because they know if they lose this one, they have to work their way back from the lower bracket. So absolutely, they want to seal the win here. Someone from North saying affirmative, but BPS, Timco, General, UE, the cap points are still with LOCA, but BPS, they only have one cap. They have a slight hit point pool lead. They can't get C. LOCA worked really well to reset C. So it's on BPS what they have to do now. I don't think they can go for C again. They have to make a push first. But pushing from the enemy spawn, would that be a good idea? LOCA has loads of tanks there. If they rush to the enemy spawn, it's a suicide mission, so I don't think that would be the best idea. See, once again trying to be captured, but General receives a big hit. I don't think BPS, you should go into a cap. You should start flanking, and I think you got the information. I think you cannot make a move from the enemy spawn. I think you have to go around, I believe. B is left out in the open. It's not anyone. BPS can cap it, but would that help? I don't think so. Cora getting shot again. Time is taking LOCA onto 800 cap points, but is it really BPS trying to get a push from the enemy spawn though? The time is running out. It's only focus fire now. It's focus fire practice. Great shot to General, but the hit points are in third favorite of LOCA. Great job trying to get B. But BPS, they needed that push now. Oh, Univid Judge with a big bounce here. Elysium's looking for Onya, isn't it? Oh, it's Univid Judge. Univid Judge going to go down very quickly. He's now down to one shot. He is killed. But LOCA got 3 caps, so they have a lot of damage to soak up. BPS might be getting this one out of the bag, though. LOCA just needs to stay alive. Onya needs to stay backwards. And BPS, they just need to keep on pushing forward. The double T-110E5s are isolated. Oh my goodness me. RG Brewing with Fantastic and General. He's now one shot, but LOCA 937, 940. BPS stopped moving. The Phoenix now dead. 4 tanks left, but BPS 7 tanks left. LOCA, they cannot waste any moment here. They have to start pushing. Yasuo and Onya holding on to 5 tags. I have no idea if they don't push. LOCA is going to win this one. Great kill onto Korra, and BPS were made to pay for their hesitation right there. BPS almost got that game, and if they didn't hesitate in this one, it could have been BPS once again, and it was a very, very tense game indeed. LOCA. LOCA, 2 tanks doing more than 2k. BPS, 4 tanks doing more than 2k. My goodness me. Wow. LOCA really at the dying moments. They got a win, at least. Would that be the start of an unlikely comeback? We'll find out soon. Okay, let's see if we have other results on other games. Good one, Serenity versus Red Sea. They're still playing. Endgame versus APA. They're still playing. We're still playing LOCA versus BPS, but A1M1 versus BPS. They have lost to BPS 1-3. So, at the moment, who is going to... Will LOCA join A1M1 in the lower bracket first round? We'll find out now. Second game on Canal. LOCA barely managing to get that win. BPS, the last second, the hesitation at last minute cost them the game. And would that tilt them? It could totally change the dynamic here. But LOCA once again going for a very like set up. This time not with Gorilla. So at the very least, if they want to rotate, they have they have a better chance in getting it right. Oh, Elysium already spotted. Rage drop from Fantastic right here. I mean, he's going to D now, so that means the cap lead is going to be in favor of LOCA potentially. But A is also out in the open. They could not get the BPS is getting both B and C at the same time. So LOCA is going to get the... It's not going to get a cap lead, but RG is getting shot at. B is getting captured, but BPS, their T125 is a little bit out of position. Elysium taking a hit, but it was it's not that much of a big deal. UE10 dropping down, and it's going to be BPS that needs to defend. B is very close, but already Foxy losing a lot of hit points trying to get C, so... Or losing 111, dropping down the cliff. But at least BPS got a cap lead, and they just need to stay safe and defend. And they have better tanks to defend, I would say. Triple T125, a TVP, a Vicky's Light for the spots, and double 50Bs. Maybe not the best tanks for defending. I think maybe, well, maybe LOCA is better tanks, to be honest with you. Well, maybe it's just very close. It really depends on how good both teams are in terms of defending and rotating. C is going to be captured by Fantastic, but that would not give LOCA the cap. Oh, great shot into Fantastic. It's a blind fire. Double tap already. I'm not sure. Fantastic doesn't seem to be thwarted, but that was good that's good prediction right there by BPS, and that will give BPS the hit point pool lead. I'm not sure if they know that. But maybe they know something is off when they do not find any dirt being stirred up. So maybe they know, maybe they don't. because I don't think Fantastic was spotted with that Vickers Light trying to get C. LOCA unable to get C, so well done to BPS for that reset maneuver. LOCA in this situation will be looking to shut the tank down. RG is in deep trouble though, and I think he's the isolated tank, and I think BPS knows this, so if they want to support RG, they can go there and help. And absolutely can't go for B, because the TVP, the 50Bs are there to reset B when it's possible. For Fantastic trying his luck once again on C, but will there be any shots? Oh, I think LOCA is now making a push. RG's attack they're going for potentially, but he has made a good call to pull back, but that will leave B out in the open, up for grabs for LOCA probably. And BPS still hang on. LOCA might be pushing the lineup, and I think BPS now cornered. And that's not good. The great shot into the Phoenix, but he's now hiding behind this rock. A great shot from Yeehaw Protons. He's trying to get B, but the bounce once again. Cora is getting shot at. Bounce, another bounce. Great track shot here, but the Phoenix receives a lot of bounce. Cora is killed by Unif and Josh. And the Phoenix still trying to get B, but he's not getting the punishment that BPS needs to do. And he's now one shot, he cannot move back, he's now permatracked! Killed by UE10. It's now 6 for 6, hit points are in favor of BPS. Cap points in favor of BPS as well. LOCA, time is running out, they have to kill tanks. They have to do some damage here. RG is now a one-shot. Onya and Fantastic looking to shut down RG. They shut down RG. That was an important kill right here. BPS still for hit point pooling. Beast once again trying to be captured by LOCA, and they will steal it from the grasp of BPS, and that means BPS has to kill the tanks now. Oh dear, that means LOCA could get it out of death. But Yasuo Fantastic is killed. That is an important kill, but Yobotes is killed. Puff Foxy is killed. Oh my goodness me. General needs to land the shots. He's full health. Elysium is out in the open. And I think General is going to reload. And he might be looking for Fantastic, but I think Fantastic is there to reset General probably. UE10 is very unhealthy here. Oh, this is still really close to call, but LOCA 2 caps. 970 cap points, and I think LOCA will be getting the 4th game here. 991. Unless BPS manages to kill a tank in general, I do not think trying to get B will help. Wow. LOCA, 3 tanks doing more than 2k, BPS, 4 tanks doing more than 2k. That is a much better game by LOCA. BPS simply unable to hold through until the end, and great job for LOCA once again trying to get B, but the Phoenix was the sacrificial lamb. And now we are on to the tiebreaker on Faust. Wow, I'm very happy to be streaming these games, but do we have results on all the games? So we will check. Serenity versus Reti. They have won Reti 3-1, so they are through to the next round. On the other hand, Endgame versus APA. They have lost to APA 2-3. That was an upset we are seeing here. Endgame losing to APA, and that means Reti will be facing Endgame in the lower bracket first round. This is wow. I am lost for words for that. We're now on Faust. LOCA triple T125 by Onya, Fantastic, and Some of the North. Double Crab Bargain by the Phoenix and Unif Josh. Double T22 by Fantastic and Utair. BPS is going with triple Crab Bargain by Elysium, Cora, and Teamco. Double T125 by General U and UE10. RG is in the 215B and Foxy in the Vegas Light. Here we are. I heard that Quake won against Rackham. Wow. That was I would say a shock, because Quake got a completely new team, I believe, but a lot of people are from Rackham's second team, so then winning against Rackham's first team, I think that is an achievement in itself. But LOCA, red team, North Spawn, BPS, blue team, South Spawn. Are we in for another close match here? It's all or nothing now. BPS started really well, but LOCA is gradually building into, gradually coming into the game. D is going to be captured by BPS and start. Both Team and SNTY are not spotted, are not reset consequently. And that will give BPS a cap lead, but at the same time, for starts it's getting A. So LOCA will get a cap lead now. Great job by LOCA. 2-0. No. 2 caps compared to 1 from BPS. It's now LOCA. That is with a cap lead. Great job into shutting down Onya. Oh, triple tap. Nice job there from BPS. Quadruple tap. Oh, Onya must be raging. But fantastic. Great job from BPS chipping away hit points of LOCA. That is what they did in the first game of Fort Despair. But they also took some hits though. Typical. Double tapped. So the hit points are in favor of BPS, but not a lot, actually. LOCA can absolutely pull it back. U10 trying to get B, is trying to seal the deal. Oh dear, BPS now down in hit points. UE10 is perma-tracked. Oh, for Starsix, it's unlucky to track UE10 once again. But that means now LOCA is back in the game. Great job. BPS got a little bit too comfortable after chipping away a lot of hit points of Onya. Korra taking some hits. BPS, they have to be more careful now because LOCA is really strong at the moment. 3 caps compared to BPS. The pressure is onto BPS right now. They have to make a move, not LOCA. LOCA just need to defend. And General is looking for B. Great shot into unit Vinjage. Good job there. For Stars getting hits though, BPS is pulling everything off the back. They're trying to get B as well. LOCA, will they have any reset shots on General? But will that also mean UE10 and Korra is going to go in? Huge decisions have to be made now. General getting B is really good. Getting B is always a good thing to see. But BPS, 2 caps, but down by more than 200 cap points. Time is running short. General is getting C. But the Phoenix, oh, great shot from Onya into General. Oh, they have tanks. I don't think General can get C here. We see any movement from BPS now. Korra is in deep trouble. Phoenix is looking for Korra. Korra is in big trouble here. I think LOCA is going to make a counter push. And that could be a good kill right here. Korra's killed. And LOCA now leading by more than 3,000 hit points here. No, 2,000 I mean. General killed. 7 versus 5. LOCA are in touching distance from winning this one outright. With UE10 now dead. LOCA 990 cap points. And LOCA will be winning this one. Originally down two games. 2 matches. Making a comeback by winning 3 on the run. Jesus me, that was amazing stuff. Great job to LOCA. This time, LOCA didn't fluster at all when BPS did a great job and chipping away hit points of BPS. Oh my goodness me. I think this is the best game I've seen so far in the season. So, well done both. Both teams played really well. All the best to BPS. I think you guys deserve to be in the top 8. Definitely deserve to be in the top 8. They are looking very strong for top 4 as well. So all the best. Hopefully you will do well against A1M1. And oh my goodness me. Wow. Well, but looking at the results here, Yeah, Reti lost. Yes, Reti lost to Serenity 1-3. What a comeback that was. And Emunet will be joining me very soon. Oh my goodness me, but at first, so what you'll be expecting, Airy and Fuji will be streaming Endgame versus Reti. This is the next game you'll be seeing. APA will be up against Serenity. The team that wins this one will be in the top 4. So it's either APA or Serenity. Getting into the top 4 will Serenity spoil the party. APA, great job. I think they are the only. I think they are the only team, apart from LOCA potentially, and Veil and Rackham as well, to win Endgame. So they are really strong. I think all the doubts about APA not being top 8 worthy can be is now answered, or are now answered. So well done to APA, Serenity, dominant performance as always, and BPS, great job against A1M1, but A1M1 can absolutely pull out surprises for the Challengers tournament. Quick, 1 against Rackham. Let me load. 3-0. So what is going on with Rackham here? No idea. That was very weird, indeed. Next we have Veil versus Shadow, and it's going to be Shadow losing to Veil 3-1. No, Veil winning Shadow 3-1. What am I talking about? IW against Kraken Esports. It will be IW 3-0 against Kraken Esports with Raid against Sparta. Raid won against Sparta. 3-1. So well done to the teams so far tonight. Challengers tournament, if I can bring you the bracket. Wow, more than 80 viewers. Thank you very much for the viewership. So it's going to be next up will be Rackham versus Shadow, and then Kraken Esports versus Sparta at the same time. IW and Raid, Quick and Veil are through to the upper bracket final. All right, so that means what happened to Thomas Peterson? So it got Serenity versus Reti right, the correct scoreline, correct outcome, BPS correct outcome, wrong scoreline, wrong outcome for both Endgame and Locus games. Challenges to the wrong outcome for Rackham, correct outcome for Veil, wrong outcome for IW, wrong outcome for Raid. So it wasn't a good start for Thomas Peterson so far. So that wasn't really good. Let's get to Thomas Peterson once again. What will it predict for the next games? So it's Endgame versus Reti, and then it's A1M1 versus BPS, and then we have Rackham versus Shadow and Kraken Esports versus Sparta. Okay, this is so this is the prediction here. And here we go. So, home season, endgame 3-0 against Red Sea, A1N1 3-2 against BPS, Reckon 3-0 against Shadow, and Cracker Esports 3-2 against Sparta. And I will be joined by Eminet. So I'll be going in now. Hello, Eminet.
I think that will not count. I like it when they're standing still like that. I mean, he hit me as well. But there we go. Got some nice damage in.
Hi.
Hey!
Hi, Eminet. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I hope everything can hear because I'm not sure how to go to settings mid replay.
I see. Don't worry. Wow. Not. Let's go with your games first because I think
They were very aggressive, to be honest. I was surprised at that. Like, not surprised. Actually, no. I'm just going to exit this. I'll show it again another time, so I can actually just like up down the volume for the game because I want people to understand what you're saying.
I see.
Let's see. But no,
You also-
the games were quite aggressive. It was great, but it was just very aggressive. Didn't really expect that much aggression.
Mm.
But we had A1N1 that in the end they won the first game, but then they lost 3 in a row. Basically, BPS just regrouped and found themselves, and there were some really weird movements, which makes me think that some of the people had massive lag because there was a mouse going completely YOLO, and that's generally not what a mouse does. For instance,
Yes. I see. I mean, mouse is very, very slow, so if that mouse rushes, when it gets spotted at a very, very far position, then the other team can respawn quickly enough, either to shut down the mouse or to ignore the mouse completely and push on the other side. So maybe that's what happened.
yeah. In this
A1N1.
case, like for despair, the mouse pretty much went A.
Yeah.
that- Yeah. It was like he was
What?
there and he was holding, and then he just pushed forwards, and he was suddenly like in the middle of a whole bunch of enemy tanks. So it was there were more movements like that, but some of it was just a little bit weird. All in all, though, the matches were great fun as well. So it was a pleasure to watch all the same. I'm just hoping that there weren't too many ping issues for people.
I hope so as well. But I mean, I think everyone watching this should agree with me on that. And I think the games I was streaming, BPS versus LOCA, are amongst the best games I've ever streamed. I would go far and say it's the best games I've ever streamed when I first started streaming, and obviously easily the best games I've ever seen in this season. And
That's awesome.
it was very awesome. BPS was leading 2-0 at one point.
And they
And
still
they-
lost because I just
and they
checked the
lost.
results.
Yes, and they lost. The first 2 games they were very, very dominant. The first game, like BPS, chipped away the hit points of LOCA brilliantly. They were in great positions. LOCA was not in good positions, and that moment when BPS chipping so many hit points away from LOCA pretty much sealed the win for them. LOCA tried really hard to get it back, but to no avail because they lost too many hit points already, and BPS was just mopping up the pieces.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Second game, oh my goodness me, it went down to the it went down to, I can use this metaphor here, it went down to the quark, I would say.
I love games
so
like that, to be honest. Makes it
Yeah,
difficult to commentate because you can't keep your cool, but still awesome to watch.
Yeah, it was on to around 980 cap points. It went down to 1 versus 1, UE10 and IS4, and I think Unif bin Josh and the Crumb Vargan. I think Unif bin Josh has a little more hit points, I don't know, like similar hit points than UE10. And they are just like circling around the rock. But then UE10, he realizes that if he does not do anything, then LOCA will win it by caps. So what he did is he moved backwards gradually from the rock near the the northeastern corner where there is an ice were usually there to reset B, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he moved backwards gradually to B because B was captured by LOCA and UE10 is in BPS. So at around 990 cap points, Unified Josh tried to perma-track UE10, but he could not. UE10 went to B at the very last second, and the cap stop, the brief cap stop, means that originally LOCA has a very tiny cap lead. BPS won it in the end.
Oh wow.
That was insane. I think I was screaming at that time.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Did you also see, by the way, EG lost to APA?
Yes, I saw it. I have no idea what happened to Endgame.
No.
They're like the APA is like the 4th clan, but if you do not count the 6 versus 7 games, they are probably the 2nd clan to beat Endgame this season.
Yeah. I'm just very surprised, very curious what happened there. I will need to watch that back.
Me too. And APA just snatched the top 8 at the very last previous skill tournament, and also with the help of the second team as well. So them winning against Endgame was kind of like David versus Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I think we loved an underdog story, but that was very, very unexpected, and I think APA has really punched above their weight for that game.
Yeah, they have to have, because EG is EG. I mean, they're a whole different class. I'm really curious what happened there. I'm sure we will see a lot of it back in the tournament chat as well on the big server.
True.
But I'm not going to check that right now, because there is some drama going on. Apparently the caller from APA got perma-banned right before the tournament started.
But they still won against Endgame, so...
Yeah, that just makes it more surprising, to be honest.
Yeah. I didn't catch that, though, so that was pretty interesting news.
Yeah, so that we will definitely have to watch that back later on.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we are getting ready for A1N1 versus BPS.
Yep.
Today we're both streaming on our own channels. Tomorrow I will not be streaming myself, but I will be joining you at your stream, just for the people watching.
Yeah. Besides that, I have to announce we have to start guessing in the first battle.
This is, by the way, just to specify, this is for Jack's channel only, not mine. I'm already running mine.
Okay, so start guessing now. How much damage is A1N1 going to do in the first game?
I'm running the same one because A1N1 was the only one that I knew would be there, so I decided to start just a little bit early to let people get some more guesses in.
Yes, so I think we have the winners already for the last one, but I think I will announce it later on. I just have to double check whether I'll announce it after the stream probably. Just have to double check whether it's right or not.
I had guess on mine.
Right. Because I've announced it way too late, so I probably would allow it to go on until the timer has gone into the 6 minute, like the 6 minute mark, and then I will say stop at time.
I always use stop like just before the second match begins.
Ah, I see.
Because you have then 2 minutes extra after the end of the match. They won't know yet who's won anyway. Unless it's a very quick battle, but then you also know to take that into account anyway.
Really interesting. The comment got deleted. I got it saved though. On my chat lot, so you're saved. There we go.
But yeah, I had Gassio come into the chat to take a guess, but he was actually on one of the teams. So I said that I'm sorry, Gassio, I'm not going to count that as a valid vote because he has inside information. I can't allow that.
I see. Okay. Did we announce the lineups already? I kind of forget. Sorry.
Not yet. Let's go ahead.
I mean BPS going with Triple Crown double T175 for T22 and Yeehaw WZ. A1N1 triple T175, triple Crown Wagons, and a Mouse. So for
They've been taking very heavy lineups the whole way,
Yeah.
A1N1.
Yep.
It seems to suit them most.
Yeah. But I'm not sure about this map. The Port Bay is a map that you want to get information, particularly when you do not have the cap lead. And knowing where the enemies are is going to be very important. So A1M1 not taking any medium to light. Will that be a bold? Will that not help A1M1 at all?
I think in this case you can fairly safely assume that A1N1 will be focusing on the A and B side and leave C to BPS. And the thing is that when you see this kind of lineup, they can expect that as well. So they can actually put someone behind base A or near base B to decap it to keep them from getting that advantage.
Right, so yeah, in. Oh, goodness me. I think you would take the first minute probably. I forgot to do something on my stream. But
Oh dear, what did you do?
overlays,
What
but
did you not
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. The chaos wouldn't be complete without a little bit of technical difficulty here or there.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget something like that, but that should be solved.
Nah,
very
no
quickly.
problem, no problem. So here we go into the battle. Teams wishing each other good luck, which is something I can always appreciate.
Nice, that is. I'm still working on, so keep on.
Yeah,
keep
no
it on.
problem. And we actually have A1N1 sending their Kranwagens and E5s at -1 towards base C. The Mouse are waiting for them to pass before heading towards base B. BPS focusing on base A, expecting them to go there, I think. And basically not making a move for C either, except for Foxy that is spotting, who just got spotted himself, so they know that there's people there.
I'm back, by the way, but
Hello,
General... Oh my god. But General is in a very interesting position, but he's taking that position to reset C. And A1N1's getting C, but there is no one to spot C up, so General in that position might be useless. And he didn't connect, obviously.
No, he's also blind-shotting now, because Foxy actually went away, so he didn't spot who was there anymore. In the meantime, thank you so much, Bella. Much appreciated. She just stopped by my stream and was very, very nice to me.
Right.
So we see
That's
some
rude.
crossfire happening, but right now not much damage has been done. Base C has been capped, so that's the advantage for A1N1, with BPS now moving towards base A.
Oh yeah, they're now capturing base A with Haken. Not getting reset by Criminal, he cannot spot Haken up. So that means A1N1 will have a very good, healthy hit point pool, cap lead. I always confuse these two terms, but I mean, anyway, they also have a hit point pool lead. So that means...
Both leads, to be honest.
Yeah, so BPS has to make a move, and it has all to do with where the weakness of their lineup is, but they're going for B. A1N1 needs to reset B. Great job by Mimo, but would that be enough?
Yeah, they're basically double tagging them with two different tanks, which makes it very difficult for BPS to actually cap this.
It is, but A1N1 actually has positioned themselves well to reset B, and look at them. They are now leading by more than 3k of damage, and this is looking really strong for A1N1 at the moment. BPS, they need to find a way, but they haven't so far.
Basically, RG is now not like out of the equation, but it will be very hard for them. We have Cora, who's in a very difficult position. We have Mimo moving in to do damage. Basically, A1N1 is making full use of them, that difficult position that they're in.
Yeah, I mean, APS needs to rush Prince. I mean, they have Naked to stop them on the way, but then A1N1, great call, shutting down RG, and he's dead, and Cora is going to be the next tank down, and thank you, Bella, for 20 pounds of donations, thank you very much. And Cora is now dead, and A1N1 more than 3k of advantage. This is surely A1N1, isn't it?
I wouldn't be so sure yet, because there are some very low HP targets as well, but they need to be taken out if they want to make this work. We have a one-on-one happening at base A. Alimosa pretty much can't do anything. Prince is retreating, which is a good call. if they keep their one shot safe, then I would say it's an A1N1 game.
Yeah, but BPS has to kill Naked or very quickly. Elibos is killed, and A1M1 cannot throw this one away. They have a really solid hit point pool advantage on Capley. Great kill onto Foxy by Didi Sala, but Mimo is coming in his mouse. Very bullish indeed. He needs to save Naked, but he could not. Yui Tang killed him off, but got avenged by Mimo. So A1M1, 5 tanks against 3. Surely, I think.
Yeah,
this is going to be A101.
definitely now. Thing to remember is also the fact that we had Prince with the 138 HP that he has was actually holding in the back and actually got all 3 shots in again just by being out of the way, and BPS did not turn around to deal with him.
Right.
They couldn't really because they had too many tanks in front of them, but him getting away with that basically meant there was like 1k damage extra done for A1N1.
Yeah, and it's now E-Hall against Criminal, and I forgot to say stop. So now stop guessing already, unless you got your calculator out and
that's for
figure it out.
Jack's stream, by the way, not mine yet. I type it in the chat to make sure that they know, but I'll type it in like a minute or 2.
Yeah, sure.
Tomorrow it will be easier because we have no double streams, so basically what is said will happen for the stream.
Very true. Yeah, very true indeed. And also it's better, I think Mutsu is going to help me this time because I think there is kind of a lack of staffing a little bit. Nadilfer is the only one doing the stuff, so yeah, he's in a lot of pressure. But anyway, we are seeing BPS. Only 1 tank doing more than 2k, A1M1 5 tanks doing more than 2k, so great job to A1M1. Resetting B, I think, gave A1M1 a lot of hit point pool. BPS unable to break through A1M1, so that was a good start right here.
I think in this case, what caused BPS the game was pretty much RG and Cora at base B. That is what turned the tables, because they kind of had to make a move. But the way that A1N1 had positioned their tanks, they had all the crossfire possibilities, and RG and Cora could not get out of there. So then A1N1 could just push, and was 2 guns out of the equation fairly easily without too much risk and damage to themselves.
Very true indeed. So far, we are going to be seeing some changes for A1N1. Mimo into the VK90.01p. It's a very common tank in randoms, but not quite in Clan Wars. Do you know? Do you think? What do you think is the reason behind it?
Thing is that A1N1 has been going for typically very heavy lineup every single match, and each time I think, yeah, that's not going to work. And each time I'm very surprised when it does. Because with the lineup that they have, they lack the mobility to run around, but it's almost like because they use the heavy lineup so much, they force their enemies' tanks to not behave like they would normally do. Like, for instance, a medium needing to take more of a heavy-ish role because of where they're positioned, and I think that's why it keeps working for them.
Very true indeed. Great job. Thank you, Jadu, for saying stop. We're now into the next game with BPS. Triple T135, Double Crown Vargans, E-Hall, Ice for General, Vickers Light. And on the other hand, A1M1 is going to go again with full heavies. So, will they take the same strategy, or will BPS have a complete change? And we'll find out soon.
I think we're going to see a different strategy. BPS is splitting again, and A1N1 is doing that a little bit as well, but that's mostly just to decap base C, I believe, and they don't think they're actually going to go towards the C side as a whole. But they're actually using their E5 as a medium function. And with him being spotted, they know the Vickers is out there somewhere, they just don't know where. And now they do.
That was a miss, I think. It was a bounce from General. But spotted out Elimo, so that's always a good thing. I mean, bouncing shots at the very start is not a big deal. I mean, A1M1 still with a very... It's tiny hit point pool lead, so some 2 shots would actually swing it back to BPS favor. So
it's fairly negligible at this stage because all the things are still pretty healthy and they can still do pretty much everything. But base A has been capped, which means that A1N1 has the advantage in cap points as well. And it will be up to BPS to make a move here.
Very true indeed. And BPS, they have to make a move. They don't have the cap points. They don't have the hit points as well. So they might have to find a way to spot tanks up, chip away the hit points of A1N1. And A1N1 is looking very, very consolidated. So it's going to be hard for BPS to break through.
And that makes sense because they have the advantage. They need to let BPS make the mistakes. All they need to do is be sure that base B does not get capped, and they have people in place for that to avoid that happening.
However, I'm a little bit worried about Criminal here. It's potentially an isolated tank for A1N1. BPS are not quite there yet, so...
no, but Yui is behind him, though.
Oh, yeah. Prince
now
is behind
Yui
him.
is pretty much the isolated tank. They are team tagging, sorry, I can't brain, right now. And basically, Animosa is the one in a off position that is not really working out for him. So he has to be careful, and he's actually retreating from where he is, which I think is a good call because he lost way too much HP there for nothing.
Ooh. Oh, he gets tracked by Korra. That's a good shot there, and he can't lose any more hit points at this stage. Hit points are still in favor of A1M1 because Korra also took some hits as well. But it's still on BPS to make the kills and get the caps back. RG is tagging up Sector 2. I think they are summoning the other tanks to rotate to the corner probably. And I think they know A1M1 is bunched up near their spawn. And they're finding a way. I think they're working a way, but time is running out at the moment. It's now 600 cap points for A1M1.
Prince is now relocating. The thing is that with base C being kept, they don't really need to be there. Only to see the push coming, and they doesn't need to be out in the open like that.
True. But General, once again spawning up Prince, and Alimosa joining up with the other T125s. I think A1N1 is expecting BPS to push A because, you know, they only have the A cap, so if BPS manages to get a cap start on A, that means A1N1 would not gain any cap points, and B as well, because 2 caps, meaning you will get a faster rate of cap point increase. So
that being said, though, they're pushing C.
Yes, because A1N1 was expecting them on A and B, and BPS knows this. They cannot fall into the trap of A1N1. So if I were BPS, I would have done the same thing and try the hands on C. So great call for an RG anyway. But the Crown Wagners might be there to get some spots in. They have to approach this one carefully.
I think in this stage that they're actually too late to push now. Because we're at 800 hit points and they're trying to push a team that is pretty much dug in. And that is for the whole team, regardless of what base they're pushing. I think they genuinely hope to catch anyone unawares. And the only one that they've caught, not even just unawares, but semi-unaware, is Prince.
Yeah,
and he's retreating, and he's getting help very quickly here.
But I mean, great job is trying to shut down Prince, but I'm more surprised that A1N1 didn't go for B, because it was at one point completely abandoned. But Yui said it was an emerald wrap, or was it just great focus fire right there? I have no idea.
I think it was very good focus fire, because now look at this. We have 5 A1N1 tanks dealing with Foxy and Yeehaw. They're focus firing Foxy. They don't need much more. Didi is capping base B. He is getting reset. Foxy is almost gone. Mimo as well, to be honest. It can still go every which way, but it's all about the focus fire and getting those kills in.
But it's really close. I mean, A1N1, 955, but that kill on Mimo might be the winning move here. Naka is also very low. If they kill off Naka, BPS will win this one outright. They need to put their shells in. Great kill onto Naka, and
there
BPS won this one. Great job there.
This was also, I just want to point out the move that General did. He left the battle to go and cap base A, because with this one, it was the kills that got it. So if you can avoid the enemy team getting any more points, that can make the difference. I think the whole of it together got BPS this game. I'm not actually sure what happened to A1N1, because in this case, I feel that they kind of like dropped the ball. BPS moved very well, but like when you have 5 tanks versus 2 tanks, those 2 tanks should not live for more than like 20 seconds, and they did.
Yeah, and I think BPS, they have a much better focus fire than A1N1 at that corner that I was following. And BPS, obviously, they know they cannot let B left unattended, and they really shut down the mouse as well. So all in all, BPS with the kills they need, really brought the game back to them, and that is now 1-1 for both teams.
And this is kind of what happened with A1N1 versus the other BPS. A1N1 won the first game, and then BPS stole it back. So I'm kind of curious if we're going to see a repetition of that now with the other BPS team.
But the A1N1 we are seeing here, I think they look strong. I think it's going to be very close, and it all depends on really the focus fire and also individual skills. And I think A1N1 needs to be on top of the game, because the first game was very good. They punished BPS really hard with the positioning they had at the start. And I think on Rockfield, this is even more important because it can be quite an open map. And the mediums and lights are going to be very important here to get the spots in. And we will be following Foxy very soon, how he's going to get the spots up.
I think there's also something to be said for the fact that the first game, the Hy-Vee lineup and the way that A1N1 uses them is a bit of a surprise. I think by the second game, the enemy team, in this case the other BPS, is sort of like figured out how it works. So they lose that element of surprise. I am curious to see an actual Vickers with A1N1 now, though.
More recently, I'm seeing more of the Vickers lights sporting near A, and that spot though gives the team a lot of information of whether the teams go for the C side or near the A side. So I think Foxy is going to do the same for BPS.
And NARCA is doing the same thing for A1N1. This is basically mirror movement that we see very often on this map.
Yeah. I mean, both teams definitely have done their homework in how to spot in the Vickers light. So look at Foxy. Spotted up both Mimo and Didi Sala. And this is a really good position.
General!
Happened. Oh my goodness.
That was a double tap from the IS-4 and one of the Kranwagens.
Yeah, I think Nate also went to that same spot. So this is a very important spot. So hit points are now in favor of A1N1 once again by more than 1,000 hit points. They got C as well. So once again, BPS under a big disadvantage.
But this is the thing. A1N1 with the lineup that they have plays so much more aggressively than what you would give them credit for with the lineup that they have. And it makes it for very fun games, to be fair, because it just makes them a lot less predictable.
Oh, Mimo and Didi Sala trying to apply pressure onto double Crown Runners here. Cora and General dropping below and to join Algae there. But I think they're now on low ground. They might be in big trouble here.
They are, because now basically they have the high ground. At the same time, Criminal is losing a lot of HP, just repositioning himself. General is not looking too healthy. I'm quite surprised actually that A1N1 has not just pushed these two E5s yet.
Yeah. I think at least it needs to keep on pushing through though, because I think they need to take out both Alimos and Criminal quickly enough. They've taken out Criminal, so that's really good. Alimos is going to be the next one, but A1N1 also made a move to shut down UE10. This is really tense.
This is, I think, by the looks of it right now, BPS has the advantage. They not necessarily have the HP advantage yet, but the way that their tanks are positioned, they are going to lose Yui, but they should be able to take out Animosa for it.
And they also taken Anaka. They got that Vegas light out, which was very important. And
Foxy is still alive. 85 HP, but he's still alive. So if BPS digs in a little bit more and make sure to focus fire, Mimo is almost gone. RG only can strike for that shot, which is very lucky for him.
And there it goes.
In this case, HP-wise, I would still give it to A1N1, but the thing is, there's just so many more guns on BPS's side.
Yup. And Comedy's now one shot and got killed by General. And I think they're looking for Prince
out of
next.
there. He couldn't do anything else.
No, I don't think.
And Foxy running around, still getting shots in.
Meanwhile, BPS is now. I mean, they don't need to focus fire right now. It's now 6 tanks against 2, so they just have to kill the tanks, and it's their game. And Prince and Didi Sala commiserations, consolation prize if they could kill tanks, but they're dead.
This was just so cleverly played by BPS. just the whole way that they kept their low HP targets, because that is what made all the difference here. A1N1 literally did not get the kills.
Yep, I agree with you. And also, A1M1 responded well. I mean, they responded immediately when BPS went for the Kram Vargas. I think they initially made a good move trying to pressure Kram Vargas. They have really low hit points, and shutting those two tanks out of the game is quite important, but they can't really kill them off. And I think that made a big difference for BPS, and they realized there is a weakness in A1M1 and went for it, and BPS kind of snatched the game out of A1M1, to be honest with you.
And I think in this case, A1N1 didn't push hard enough, because when they pushed those crown markers away, they should have continued that. BPS responded to that by pushing on the other side, and A1N1 basically hesitated for too long, which allowed BPS to sort of like get out of the danger zone. It took A1N1 a lot longer to take out tanks because of that.
True indeed, and now we're back on Rockfield, and I think A1M1 is now going for more. I think they're going for a more mobile and less heavily armored setup. So we're going to see how it's going to work. But 4 clipping tanks,
that's dangerous on its own.
Yeah, dangerous. So when we are talking about 50 Bs, the armor and how open this map is. So if the 50 Bs got spotted on rotation and got heavily focused, can you imagine?
Exactly. But it's like with those AMXs, I always find with the AMXs, they either work wonders or they get destroyed very quickly. It kind of depends on when they're spotted.
Kasu, you have we don't have any keys for you. Sorry.
Mutsu already poked me to ask you where his keys are as well.
No. No keys, okay? That you might get battle passes, but the giveaway is now over.
Yes. There will be more for the NA stream later today, and for all the pro streams, to be honest. So just keep an eye on the Discord server. We are announcing every stream on the tournament channel on the big server, so keep an eye on that.
Which means you're going to get pinged all the time, so
yes,
be prepared for that.
Oh no, actually, I'm not pinging everyone for every stream, just to know once. But here we are. We have the AMX 50Bs with Mimo definitely having ping issues here. Look at this.
Oh,
so
man.
that is very tricky.
Oh no.
He's lucky that no one from BPS is there, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously. So I hope he will get back online, because I was following Foxy once again. I think it's like splitting up tanks, and BPS this time is going mostly on A. So Mimo is really lucky. If BPS went for C, catastrophe is
then he would have definitely
horizon.
been taken out. And he's still AFK, so I'm pretty sure his game has crashed as a whole.
Yeah, network as well probably. So commiserations really to A1M1, and BPS going to get A. And
they get away with it as well because no one is at C to decap them. He's woken up now.
Nice.
I think their goal was to see if anyone was at C and then cap it. But in this case, they've given BPS a big advantage here just by one game crash.
Well, not as much of an advantage as the previous games though. Because they still have, the hit point pool deficit is quite negligible, and they're going to get C very soon. So it's just only, probably 2 kills from turning it around, but still,
it's not just that though. If your teammate crashes mid-game, then you also have a panic on voice. You know that your tactic is going to be off because you're not able to do what you meant to do. So there's a lot more going on than just the caps here. And it's giving BPS a big advantage because they've been able to do exactly as they wish to do.
True. But A1M1 is also a very experienced clan in Clan Wars. Have a lot of training. So I think they have enough experience to cope with problems like this. And we are talking about top 8 professionals tournament. It's professional.
True.
So A1M1 should be able to do something out of it. Didi Sala is trying to go for A, but gets smacked for doing so. Will he get A though? It's going to be hard, but not entirely impossible though.
I think his goal isn't even to get A. I think his goal is mainly to get the point advantage back.
Yeah.
So even if he takes little bits of damage, it won't matter. But I think he's actually getting away with it. They have no shots on him.
Even if RG is going for B, it doesn't matter. A1N1 got 2 caps, BPS will only get 1 cap here, and A1N1 will lead in terms of cap points, so well done to A1N1 right here, but DD Sala might be stuck though, so A1N1 has to take this into account, and BPS might be able to pressure DD Sala a lot.
Yeah, or go for C, which is where we're going to probably see some figures versus figures action.
Probably, I mean...
Hominy is now moving in on his own.
Oh no, that could be a interesting move. I'm not sure if it's the right move because General is coming in to support RG very soon.
Then we have Mimo moving in as well. And he's a very juicy tank. So they're going to take out RG. That's not up for question. And now we have BPS pushing on the top because they know they have the advantage there now, gun-wise.
Very true though, but in terms of hit points though, A1N was leading by more than 1,000, so they have to make use of that. Killing off Foxy and also General. It's all about the 1 vs 1 DU here. Whoever wins these two 1 vs 1 DUs will probably win this game. And A1N1 2 caps as well, so the pressure is on BPS right now.
Pretty much, it will be very difficult for BPS to pull this one back because of that cap advantage, the base advantage more like. Because they're losing a lot of HP going for those caps, and they have no choice but to go for those caps. Yeehaw is going to be taken out as well.
But yeah, and that kill would seal the deal for A1N1, and coming from, I think it was Mimo crashing at the start. That was brilliant stuff.
I think actually that it won't have been as they planned at all, but I think it worked out in their favor, mainly because it gave BPS pulse. They probably didn't know what was happening. What was A1N1 doing? They won't have realized that it had to do with the crash.
Yeah, but I mean, that was brilliant. I mean, 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Sorry.
Someone in my chat just said that EG has lost.
What?
Yeah. What the... naughty
They were so dominant in the previous skill.
What on earth happened here?
Yeah.
No, they really are out. What on earth?
Yeah, I'm tracking now.
They lost 3-1 against the 80. What?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Wow, that was a big upset right here.
Yeah.
So it's now open. I think it can be any clan that could take home the season this season. So I don't know. Anything could happen. Endgame got jinxed heavily.
What on earth? You know?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Me too. I'm surprised as well.
I mean, this is EG. They've been like the strongest on EU server for such a long time.
Yes, and especially the spring season, they looked stronger than ever, and they won 4 Proof of Skill tournaments. So don't forget about that. I mean, they are the only clan aside from Gucci Gang team to get more than 40,000 cups in the Proof of Skill tournaments this spring season. So them finishing in the 8th spot. 7th to 8th spot. Wow.
Yeah. In the meantime, for Port Bay, we have an IS-4, 2 Kranwagens, D22 and 3 E5s versus an E100, an IS-4, a Kranwagen, and 4 mice by A1N1. Just what? This is also what on earth?
I mean, New Bay is a map that has a lot of narrow lanes, and the city area is also quite enclosed. So that could work in favor.
A lot of crossfire possible, though.
Not a lot though. If you don't go past that long, you know, the long road connecting the bridge and the southwestern corner, then you're probably quite secure. But we will never know. We will see how BPS is going to work this out.
So many mice though, and an E100 to boot.
Oh, thank
Pretty
you.
much their most mobile tanks is a Kranwagen and an IS-4.
Yeah, so it's giving me it's giving me ID vibes on Asia, but you never
In
know.
this
BPS Foxy's getting B, but
Yeah.
they're also getting A as well. So cat leads to BPS. With 4 miles, how can you rotate and get back the cat lead? They could only either
I
rush
think
or get B, and I think BPS will defend B here now.
I think they just want to dominate base A and B, to be honest, because if they do that, they will still have the game. The bases are close together, B and C, I mean. The bases are
Yeah.
close together, so they can potentially do that. BPS just has to make sure that they do not get base B and not lose too much HP in the process.
think
Cora
A1 and-
overextending.
True, I think A1 is trying to wrap this game up, but I think they can't because there are tanks on the British side to shut their mouses down. So I think A1 trying to go aggressive, I think that could backfire, but they still have a lot of hit points to buffer. So this is still really tense to call. You're seeing Ehor and Elysium desperately trying to pull back and buy time, and this is going to be intense indeed.
Alimosa has been taken out. Basically, BPS has to push back very aggressively just to get this done. They need to take out the tanks as fast as they can, not block each other's shots. Elysium
but-
has been taken out.
Yeah, 4 vs 2, but on the other hand, 4 vs 1, Mimo has to be taken out very quickly. He's trying his best to angle his tank, but he's taken out by General. Ehor is taken out, so it's now 5 vs 4. Great shot into Cora by Criminal right here, but the hit points are still neck and neck. But BPS got 2 caps.
If they survive, yes, but they still need to be careful. Basically, Criminal on his own should be taken out very fast here, because all these mice are actually getting in each other's way here.
Very true, but now Cora and General potentially... Oh, General is...
General is
Leaving
doing
Cora
exactly what is needed here.
Yeah.
Getting behind them, creating that crossfire, making sure that tanks are being taken out. Foxy is almost gone, but not before Didi. And Comedy is quick to follow. It is 3 vs 3. Staying alive is going to make all the difference here for BPS.
And it's all on UE10 right now. And General is just running around in circles. It's now trying to take out Crimino. Hit point still in favor of A1, but that bounce could be very crucial here.
Basically, General has to be very... Oof, that was a hit that he really did not need to take. RG is trying to block him.
Oh no. General is getting very nervous here, and A1 is looking to shut down General here. Naka is coming
He
in.
needs to run. He needs to not stand there.
I think he's trying to side strip, but would that be successful? I'm not sure. I don't
No.
think it will. I don't think so.
BPS has lost this. There's no way that he can take this, and they've only lost this because General didn't run away.
Maybe, well, it's, well...
Of
I'm
course,
a bit
there's more
surprised.
to it, but if General had run away, they would have had a fighting chance. With him staying there with the E100, especially after the E100 was dead.
True. And the low DPM of RG is going to bite back unless RG can survive. But I
Now
don't
he would have
think
to get
that
a
will be
magic ammo
possible.
rack on Prince for that, and that's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
No. And that means BPS is going out of the
Yes.
first day as well. 7 to the 8th position. A1M1, congratulations. 3-2 it is. And Thomas Peterson got that run right.
So we have one BPS that is still here, one BPS that has been knocked down. We
Yeah.
have a LOCA and A1N1 that are still here, and on the other side we have EG that is gone. I can't fathom that.
No. I think we have to ask both Peter and also Bridget, what the heck
Yeah.
has happened? Did they only play with 6 players? I don't think so, because money is on the table. There is a lot of stake right there, so I don't think they can afford to play with 6 players.
To be fair, with the crashes and the lag that we have seen,
Mhm.
I think that might have been a part of it as well.
Very true.
But yeah.
I think Peterson got a really terrible night today. Well, I
For
mean, that
those
box
that
got-
don't know, by the way,
yeah.
that is the bot that Jack wrote in order to make predictions.
Yes, it's not my prediction, so don't blame me for jinxing teams. Blame the bot.
I always blame you for jinxing teams, because you always do.
But Endgame got jinxed by Thomas Peterson so hard
Yes.
tonight. And, Well, um, well,
So-
it's going to be interesting games tomorrow.
For
We'll
sure.
see. Yeah.
So yeah, that is the first day of games up and over for the EU. I will be back in about, well, a little less than 6 hours actually. Oof.
Oh yeah.
To stream NA for you guys. For EU though, that is it for me. Tomorrow I will not be streaming EU on my own channel. I will be joining Jack on his channel to commentate.
Yeah.
And for now, that's it for me. Thank you so much for commentating with me the second match, Jack.
Thank you very much as well, Eminat, for commentating with me for the second match, and I hope to see you once again tomorrow, and hopefully
Absolutely.
the giveaway is going to be a lot smoother than today. But I will be
Yes.
announcing the winners later today. So thanks all for watching.
I'll be announcing them on my Discord as well in just a few minutes. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tonight for NA or tomorrow for the next set of tournament streams. Good night,
Yep.
all.
Bye. And for me, I'm going to end my stream here as well. So official ending. Oh no, actually no. Actually no. Let me get the results for challenges before I go, because I think that is very important. Reckham won Shadow 3-0. So if I generate this bracket,
Let's
and
have a
then
look as well.
on the other hand, we have Sparta losing to Kraken Esports 0-3. So Sparta is going to be the other team out of Challenges tournament. So it's always not lost though. Thomas Peterson got at least 2 outcomes right and 1 scoreline prediction right. So I think you can't blame Thomas Peterson.
Yes, we can, but we'll blame you instead.
No, but look at the bracket here. I'm going to show you. So tomorrow it will be APA versus Serenity. That will be streamed by both Fujit and also Peter. In our group, both Mnet and I will be co-commentating. We will follow. It should be BPS versus LOCA. That is Gravitas team for BPS with Zerd and co. And the loser of that will face A1M1.
And then we still have also the winner of that match versus the winner of the first match again.
Yes, the grand finals will be held on the same day as well. So
It's grand finals of the first part, because it's not grand finals of the tournament as a whole. It's just of this group stage, so to speak.
Very true though. In this one we have in the challenges we have Quake versus Vale. The loser of that will face Rackham. The other group we have IW versus Raid. The loser of that will face Kraken Esports. So that's both professionals tournament and challenges tournament for you guys. So thank you all for watching, and thank you for the high number of viewers I'm getting so far. So thank you all, and the donations as well. Kind donations from Bella, and also I think there is one more donating around £3. So hopefully tomorrow we will be seeing some really good games of Nation Server. I will be back on Challenges tournament, and hopefully I can stay awake, because I've been keeping a good sleep schedule recently. So
MC
I don't...
these days for me is just streaming, eating, sleeping. I will be taking a nap between EU and NA, between NA and Asia, and between Asia and EU.
I see. But yeah, but then after the NA stream, then I think I will dash off very quickly. But then, for now, I'll quit chatting on the stream.